mode. It is me again. I woke up early this morning after pretty much doing nothing. Yesterday, I just ate, watched something, went to bed really early. I slept a lot, and I was up pretty early. Decided to hit the shower and get out for breakfast. In a past lifetime, I would have been super hard on myself for wasting a day. You know, having come this far, planned this all out, it would make sense that I wasn't doing what I wanted to. But I'm not that guy anymore, and it's actually pretty awesome, to be honest. But I just stepped out and I was gonna head out for breakfast, but then I saw this. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's like all sorts of birds. There's all sorts of little creatures flying and making sounds and just being alive. I can hear my neighbors starting to get out on their cars and scooters and whatnot. But I just felt like it's just a beautiful moment to be a part of and to share with you guys. You know, it's funny because as I was saying, I would have normally in the past not been very kind to myself for missing out the schedule that I had in mind. I don't know if this makes any sense to you, but I'm a type A Virgo. uh, I didn't believe in all that for a long time, but I think cliches and stereotypes exist for a reason. It's thousands of years of us just observing ourselves and making these observations, I guess. But if you don't know, type A is controlling and a very leader-like personality, while Virgos are known to obsess with organization and perfection and things like that. So both of those, for a person who, oh, isn't that beautiful? They're singing. Yeah, hey, you too. But all right, buddy. I guess we're gonna be just listening to this wonderful singer today. Beautiful. Anyway, I was obsessed with doing things a certain way, and if they weren't done the way I wanted, or if things didn't pan out the way I wanted, it would send me on a spiral. It would send me down this obsessive spiral to try and fix things, to try and make things go the way I want them, and so on and so forth. And I was just looking at nature, and I was thinking about it today. Isn't it amazing how things just happen, right? I don't need to be here telling the trees what to do, or the birds what to do, or the sun what to do. All of it just happens, and all of it just coexists, and all of it just co-creates life. Even if you had a plant at home, you water it, and that's about it. You don't go there and tell it, grow 1 inch today and be this way. And you just let things happen. And actually, contrary to at least my understanding of human conditioning, is we do not have to obsess over how things happen. And in my experience of life, it was always that I had to take full control. I had to fight for things. I had to, you know, move everything around to make it work a certain way. But really, that's the contrary to nature. That is the opposite of nature. Nature just lets things be and lets things exist, and they find a way to harmonize even in a predator and prey setting. It is part of the balance, it is part of the harmony, and you don't go interfere and make the tiger stop hunting the deer, right? That just breaks the ecosystem. Or, if you look at, what was it, Yellowstone, where they brought wolves back, and wolves were the reason the ecosystem came back to life. There's a certain harmony and balance in life that I don't think you and I can intellectualize and discuss. It is far beyond comprehension, and that's because we human beings are not the ultimate intelligence, and that's the fact. And that brought me to the most interesting thing, because I rested and I woke up with a little bit of pain today and stiffness, I would say. And normally I stretched out a little bit, but I just trusted that my body was going to do what it's going to do. Did some breath work and just set the intention that my body was going to heal itself, and it did. And you know, the truth is, our body is like the planet, like the environment, like all of it. It is an intelligent, or a collection of intelligent objects or beings, or I don't know if they're sentient, but they're intelligent enough, because when you go to bed, you have a back pain when you go to bed, you have a stomach pain when you go to bed, you wake up, and you don't need to be consciously telling your body to fix it, but it just fixes it. That is intelligence. It's not artificial intelligence, it is natural intelligence. Maybe it's artificial if you're looking from a different perspective, but the point is, everything around us is intelligent. Everything around us knows what it's doing and is in absolute harmony with itself. And the less we obsess over the outcome or the way things should be or fixing things, the more we can coexist in a state of peace, in a state of absolute contentment. And I think alignment comes from there. That is where you reach a place where you're not rejecting anything, you're not forcing anything, you're just being. And the greatest inspiration comes from just being. You can still hear a bunch of new birds singing around here, but the reason I'm sharing that is I've spent these months really working on a bunch of things and obsessing over results, and I've learned to slowly step further and further away from expecting the results or attaching myself to it, which again is contrary to the idea. But if you think about basic physics, two polarities attract, but you put a positive and a positive charge, they're going to separate. So if what you want is here and the universe is trying to bring it to you, and you're putting the pressure back in, it's going to go further away. It's just no other way to explain it. In the simplest sense, when I knew my marriage was coming to an end, I chose to fight for it. I chose to hang on and try to make it work. And the further I did that, the further my partner hurt me, the further she pushed away, and the further I got more and more broken in the whole process. It's not to say that one of us is right or wrong. We all have our own lessons to learn. We have our journey to go through. But for me, it was learning that there is no way I can fix everything around me. There is no way I can get the outcome or result I want by obsessing over something, but rather it is by letting things be and trusting that even if it doesn't go my way, it is going to be what is best for me. There is a certain higher level of intelligence that my body, that my environment, and that everything beyond that exists in. And you can name it what you want. You can call it God or source or energy or life force or whatever it is, but it is true. And just learning to become trusting, learning to just exist, and learning to just observe how all of this happens changes everything. So often than not, if you're stuck in that place where you're not able to get the solution, it's because you're forcing it. It's because you're too obsessed about finding it. And the best thing to do in those situations is just to step back, let yourself exist, let your nervous system balance itself out, let your body feel safe and relaxed. And you'll be surprised how much efficiently you start creating whatever it is that you're doing from that point. Your mind is clear, your body is balanced, and you are creating from a place of higher consciousness, not obsessive, egotistic, result driven energy, right? But anyway, I don't know where I was going with all that, but I think I just felt this was a great moment to capture, to share with you guys, and that's my lesson for today. I'm gonna just go get breakfast, just be part of just whatever it is. And I know that the 2 days of work that I haven't been able to get through will just naturally flow to me, and I will make up for those 2 days in just a matter of hours, because I trust that the flow exists in a state of life that is far beyond my comprehensible explanation or intelligible understanding. So yeah, if that sounds like some crazy woo woo to you, I'm sorry. It's all scientific, it's all being explained in every possible realm. But I think more importantly, it's experiencing it. I can quote and I can give you examples, but I think just being in that moment and experiencing it and trusting that this is all one and it all makes sense. That's where the magic starts. And I feel the magic already. So I'm going to keep this going, and I'm going to be inspired, and I'm going to create. And hopefully tomorrow when I come back, not hopefully, please expect that tomorrow when I come back, I will actually have results to back up what I'm saying. And if I don't, and if I choose to just sit and do nothing, I think that's fine too. But I have a good feeling about today. So I hope you guys, stay happy, stay good, stay kind. Hope you get through whatever it is you need to. Thank you guys for watching and commenting and giving me feedback. I really appreciate that. Please continue to do so, and always feel free, to express yourself or reach out to me, or just be a part of this. It's not me expressing to all of you or for all of you. I think this is all of us becoming part of the whole that we belong to, and it is the same as accepting that everything just exists, is to understand that we are all whole and complete at any given time. And in this very moment where I have no big ending punch or hook, I'm just gonna say this feels complete, this feels whole, this feels great, and I'm gonna have a good day. And I hope all of you enjoy the rest of your day, evening, night, whenever it is that you're watching this. And I will see you again. Thank you so much. Be happy and be kind.